while. I said I'd be back. I didn't realise it was this quick. Yeah, doing a bit of a David Coverdale. Here I go again on my own this time. I'm going to go and see my mate later today. But he's working at the moment. It's just gone 5 AM here in Bangkok. And what I've done, I've come across, because I want to have a trip, visiting places that I wouldn't normally see. I've got my holidays from work. Just getting my case there, sorry about that. Yeah, I've got my holidays from work, and I thought let's do something with them. And as the football season's finished back home, I'm glad to say it isn't here. So I'm going to be seeing 6 football games around the country. Some here in Bangkok, some in outstretched places. And I'm going to places that I wouldn't normally get. Now, I'm a bit disappointed. I couldn't quite make it work, but I hope my friends who went to Dusseldorf and split over the weekend had a good time. Yeah, I absolutely love it, as you know, when I get involved with the cricket out here. It's a pleasure and an honour to be involved. But on my downtime, nothing excites me more than doing things out of the ordinary, going to places where other people don't go. And that's what motivated me this time. I'm going to be going to a lot of places where they won't be English spoken, they won't even be English written. So it could be very interesting. But it's going to be an adventure. Strange, the flight went really quick. It's like going from Scarborough to York these days. I do it that often. So, what I'm going to do now is go and get a local SIM card. Hopefully some Wi-Fi on it, some gigabytes on it in case I'm stuck. You can't tell you how useful Google Maps are when you're lost. Especially, I have a feeling not every taxi driver is going to know the location of the football grounds I'm going to be trying to find. So, if you're waking up wherever you are or going to bed, whatever you're doing, stay safe. Do it. Go out and travel. Meet people. Because you never know when it's too late. Alright, I'll be giving you updates throughout the trip. Done well. I was a bit fed up after the cricket yesterday, but I'm all good now. So here we go. Hello Bangkok again. So good evening. Day 1 nearly complete, and there we are. Sudtong Club again. Minbury, one of my favourite locations. The turn's going to come on in a minute. One or two others maybe doing a turn later. Anyway, yeah, an interesting day. As I said earlier on in the day, I might be going to places where there's no English written or spoken. So today hasn't been a cracking start. I bought a SIM card for my local phone. For a phone that seems to run out of battery after 30 seconds. And unfortunately the SIM card doesn't fit the phone that Passepartout's filming this with, so I'm spanned. So that was a good waste of money by the look of it. Got lost on the way to the house. Had a kip, got lost on the way to the snooker. Started as an extra in Desperate Housewives, eating beautiful Latnagai. Went back, I've had a game of bingo, believe it or not, lost at that, couldn't win an argument as my grandma used to say. And we've been out for a couple of beers, me and the gentleman I'll be introducing you to in a second. But great days. This is Tan. The thing that made me laugh, I've gone to the snooker hall and all the local guys are playing. And the guy who owns it is a lovely welcoming old boy. He's sat in his chair listening to music, dozing away. Well, there's an old glass laying concrete and doing renovations around the place. I've seen nothing like it. It made me laugh anyway. Anyway, we're just going to swap over here. Quick hello to a face you all recognise.
Hello, Harry. I'm very well. Welcome back to Bangkok.
Thank you. Now, obviously, I've said to you a few weeks ago, you fancy this trip, but in my faith, you want to spend time with Far instead, or is it my company that's so bad?
No, I'm at work. And I've just come up tonight for a few beers, but no, I can't come up at work for the next few weeks.
That's good.
No holiday.
We'll be meeting well, you'll be getting a half-time report from me next Sunday, and then the final Saturday we've got to have a bit of cricket business. Oh crikey, hang on a minute. Talking of cricket business, that emulated my play yesterday. Somebody just dropped a bottle.
I hope that's not ours.
Yeah, I hope it's not ours.
Yes, I'll see you when you come back.
Because of course we're going to meet up with cricket people that last Saturday.
Yes, there's a meeting.
Yeah, interesting. See what they have to say.
So I'm going to have a few more beers and I'm going to go home. You might be staying out.
Well, I won't be late because we booked the taxi for 5:30 in the morning. Ridiculously early. I'm going to do a crawl of the food court at Don Juan. We've been having a bit of a crash course because although I can speak Thai nitnoi, I'm not brilliant, so Steve's been adding me a few phrases to my vocabulary. I'm praying that he hasn't bowled me a googly and I'll end up with my teeth being taken out. But, as Jim Bowen would say, that's the gamble.
Hamlet.
Hamlet if Gavin's watching.
Gavin knows Hamlet.
Certainly does. And we're having a drink because we've heard the bad news. Apparently the Palm Pink's going to be closing down in Shanghai, and obviously it's brought us close to tears.
Devastating. 20 years too late.
Well, it's a harsh call, but there we go. So yeah, the singer's just about to, looks like he's a soloist tonight. Don't look like there's a pianist on. No, I'm afraid Bobby Crushier's got to go home, so he can't help out. Off he goes.
Right, let's go get our beers.
So let's get our beers. So, progress as we go. Thank you ever so much. Take care wherever you are. Book early. Morning all. The time now is around 7:40 on Wednesday morning, where I am at Don Muang Airport. Yeah, I had to set off at 5:30. Much of Bangkok at the moment has lost at least a lane of traffic because the SkyTrain extension is carrying on a pace. It's going to be incredible when it's finished. It's some Herculean job they're undertaking, what with the traffic as it is already. Therefore you have to give yourself extra time, especially during the morning peak. You know, it makes London look, well, like a country lane, to be honest, at times. So I got in nice and early. Yeah, a bit of a head on me this morning, it's fair to say. I've had a bite to eat and sorted myself out a little bit. Don Muang used to be the main airport in Bangkok until Savannah Boom opened some 10-12 years ago. And incredibly, since Don Muang became the minor airport of the city, they extended it, and it's absolutely stunning now. It used to be a real mess, but it's a fantastic building. This part I'm in here, the domestic part, is all brand new. Great selection of shops, food, some places to lounge about. So, onward I go. Oh, just to clarify, it may sound odd to anyone who watched yesterday's video, playing bingo. Just to let you know, there's no bingo hall as such in Minbury. My friend Steve, he teaches the youngsters, trying to teach them English. So at the end of each lesson, they play a game of bingo, which helps them learn how to the numbers in English, which is a great idea. Of course, Far gets carried away and has to win every time, but hey, that's by the by. Yeah, so now then, today, here I am. I've still got nearly 2 hours to wait to my flight. But for those of you who want to follow my map, there are the places. Where are we? Get it a bit further away. The top one, that's where I'm flying to, Ubon Ratchathani, and it is in the southeast of the area called Isan. And then, either by train or bus, undecided as yet, I'm going to go on to Sisaket. Now, it's the last 32 of the Thai League Cup. I went to the final last year in November. Some of you may recall coverage from there, from the old National Stadium in town here in Bangkok. So we'll see what that brings. I'm not sure what to expect crowd-wise. It'll be decent standard, second division at home to first division. Good idea here. The lowest ranked team always plays at home in the League Cup. It could be interesting. Thankfully I've got Google Maps working on my other phone, so I should be able to get there, but apparently there's no taxis as such in Sisaket. Just them blokes riding bikes with a seat in the back, so I hope if I've got someone with strong thighs waiting. So we'll see how we go on. Let's just say, lovely day here. Looking forward to it. One or two Muangthong fans on their way up to Udon Thani for their match, I noticed. So I'll give you a report the other end. It'll get really interesting when I get up there. As I say, I'm not really sure what to expect. So long for now. So Sisaket, and yes, we've got to Wednesday lunch. Well, it's approaching midday here, and I'm at I've reached Udon railway station, and everything's gone really tickety-boo. It was a bit of a turbulent flight, but I'm feeling a bit more chipper. I think I was a bit apprehensive about what I was about to face, but it's great. It's very hot. It looks a lovely fertile town as we're coming into land. I mean, I'll be coming here again for football at some point in the future, I hope. But so far, great. A bit disappointed in one respect though. I tried a little bit of pigeon Thai, and I was expecting to have to point to wrists and ask them to write down times. The taxi driver, the people in the cafe across the road, and the railway staff all speak absolutely beautiful English. Fantastic. And so helpful and smiling. And the surprising thing, I got to a taxi, I probably dropped a clanger. There were metered taxis after I'd already booked a special one. It was 200 baht. It was quite a long journey across town, getting on for 25 minutes. So 200 baht, that's like maybe a fiver. So I've gone to book my train, got 1,000 baht note out of my wallet, only for the young lady to tell me it's 13 baht. So that's like 30 pence for an hour up the road. Yeah. And what a station. It's got a cloakroom, it's got first class lounge, it's got shops all the way along. And across the road there's a railway police. They're more manned than Central London. Ticket offices with helpful staff. Yeah, none of this silly tap and go. So yeah, so far today, really good. The train's going to be a local one, I've been warned. So I don't know what sort of comfort will be on board, but it's only an hour journey up the road to Sisaket, where I shall report from later. Here I am. I'm at Sisaket. Watching the League Cup tie between Sisaket and Nakhon Ratchasima, as promised. Nice hotel here. Yeah, paid a tenner for the room, very good. And what service? Asked the young girl at reception, oh, do you think, how will I get to the football? She said, oh, I'll sort you a taxi. And sure enough, there it was. She even rung the room. 5 o'clock, taxi's here for you, sir. Brilliant service. So after this, it's like I say, 6 o'clock kick off, so I'll get out of here, hopefully get back into town. I don't know how I'm going to manage that just yet. And go for a night away, go for a few bits and see what happens. And happy World Cup Day wherever you are around the world. Here I am, it's 9:30 AM, Thursday morning, Sisaket. What a place. I honestly can say I've never received so many warm smiles in my life. I mean, I've been laughed at plenty of times, obviously, but these are genuinely warm smiles everywhere you go. Lovely. Yeah, I walked back after the football, and all the area around here, all these market stalls, you can see, all knocking out fruit and veg, and oh, it's just non-stop. It's not the most aesthetic town on earth, but it's got soul about it. The people are brilliant. Yeah, and I was watching a bit of the ODI. Yeah, well done England. Average performance, I have to say, against a poor Aussie team. But hey, there we go. Long way for that to run. So I thought, yeah, well, I've heard of a bar called Cuckoo's Nest. I'll go and investigate. I'm not come all this way to sit in the hotel. So off I went, no sign of life. But I did know of a hotel with a complex attached over the other side of the tracks. So off I went. Well, I started off just having a quiet one, you know. They only do large bottles here, litre bottles. So I started off with a Chang. And for some reason, a very attractive young lady in the Chang dress managed to sell me another. So I had two, and I thought, well, you know. Then the local beckoned me to their table and made me drink with them. And then I spotted the nightclub. Well, I must have been the youngest in there by some considerable distance. There was a local band playing, it was rocking. Great stuff. I mean, I hadn't a clue what was going on. It could have been the Free Tommy Robinson march for Sisaket for all I knew, but whatever, it was good, it was good. And then a DJ came on, started playing all, I don't know what kind of music, because I'm a bit of a dinosaur, but he played a really souped up version of Hadaway, What Is Love, and that was it, away I went. Oh, oh, oh. So 2 more bottles later, I must have been an imposing figure with my height, age, bald head, drinking litre bottles of Chang straight from the bottle. So I come out of there, and this is how good the people are. Guy insisted, well, I'm going to take you back to the hotel. Give me a lift in the car. Even waiting while I got snacks at 7-Eleven. What the people? So, onwards and upwards. We had to Surin today. S-U-R-I-N, for those of you who want to look on the map. Anyway, onwards and upwards. I'm going to go and try and grab a coffee. I'm not feeling quite as bad as I thought. Got a bit of jet lag, but not feeling too bad. So, wherever you are, I'll give you a few World Cup tips later to avoid. I'm going to see if I can get the train. Good evening. Welcome to Surin. Here I am, I found a bar. In fact, there's a bar there as well. We've all got the World Cup on. Just having a couple of beers, post dinner. And yeah, lovely. Had a nice rest this afternoon. Lively enough town, look. There's a nightclub over there, Speed 3. A few bars as you can see along the strip. So plenty to keep people interested. It's good. So I'm looking forward to the first game, the battle of the human rights disobeyers. In this group, by the way, if you want to have a bet, I've had a 5 on Egypt to win this group. That's one to avoid. Yeah, train journey, as predicted, was a bit rickety. And I realised why the police took a keen interest in me at Ubon Ratchathani yesterday. Not me particularly, but the signs everywhere along the railway line of beware of human trafficking. Now, I don't know if they thought I was actually anything to do with that. I mean, the nearest I get to that is taking a few lads to an away game. But and that's difficult enough, believe me. And don't mention bringing the sea dogs out here. Good grief. Still having counselling for that. But every railway station is well on the line. Beautifully turned out little models, gardens. We tried it at Ruislip, other stations near mine, and things get nicked, vandalised, and beer cans chucked in the places. So why have we got it so wrong at times back home? Anyway, enough of that. That's for another day. I'm also keeping a close eye on Yorkshire's progress in the quarter-final of the one-day cup. Yeah, I had a nice meal, good value. Everything about this place seems good. I think I won't return to Sisaket. Nothing against it, but there's just not enough there. And I've done the football there now. There's no football here today, unfortunately, but I think I will be returning for a game. There looks enough going on in this town. Plenty of music venues and bars. So tomorrow, we'll see what that brings. See what tonight brings first. I've got to get past a beer garden and 2 nightclubs to get home. What could possibly go wrong? Here I am, Serene Station. Just a nice up here. I really enjoyed it. Yeah, I've spent my night mainly in Harry's bar. He was an Norwegian guy, him and his Thai lady. Ran a good house, met some other Farans for the uninitiated, is the Thai word for Westerners. So, had a nice chat, watched the World Cup. I've sat through some real dross opening games over the years since 1974. That was pretty good, although the Saudis not tremendous. So today I'm going further west, heading towards Buriram. Yeah, that'll be another new experience. I'm going to meet a friend there, who I'll introduce to you as we go on. But yeah, the trains here, they take a little while at the bigger stations, because basically people load on all the produce to sell on board or send to other cities. It's not just a passenger train, well, although it's meant to be. People get on with all sorts of stuff, short of wildlife. No doubt the chicken on the stick lady will be looking forward to introducing herself to the fat farang at the back. Ready for one. I've just had a leisurely breakfast. I didn't have it in the hotel. I went to the restaurant next door where all the trainees work. Must have looked something like Gordon Ramsay on Kitchen Nightmares as I waited for my cow tongai, chicken rice soup, which I managed to add chilli to when thinking it was garlic flakes, so I'm glad I got my trainers on today. Yeah, going back last night, the nightclub across the road, Darren who I got talking to from Welling in South London, he was saying, I'll give you 1 bottle, mate, before you back out, and sure enough it was just bouncy, too loud. It was good, all the staff, they all had different teams' shirts on, you know, the major teams in the World Cup, which was great, apart from one bloke coming up to me and asking for a pina colada, a gin and tonic and a bottle of Double Diamond. Only a joke, only just a joke as well. And then I was on my way home and there was a shop across the road, like an off licence with seats outside, and there was some nice young locals chatting away to me. So I went and bought a bottle of beer there and I asked questions about what they're doing, about football, everything, you know, just really pleasant people. So we'll see how we go. The jet lags are not brilliant still, so I might need a little siesta when I get up the road. But Serene was good. Yeah, I think I may return here. I'm in Buriram, and it's Saturday morning. Yeah, not bad. It's match day, so that's good. 8 o'clock kick-off here. There's no doubt who the locals support in Isan. Everyone has Buriram shirts on. Football mad. As the crowds have proved around the bars for the World Cup games so far. It's brilliant, yeah. They're really into it. Even the little cafes and street bars late at night when they're shut, the couple of staff are sat around watching the games. What would happen if Thailand ever got to a tournament? I don't know. So last night, I'm not in the most salubrious of hotels, it's fair to say, but I met my old mate Gary Griffiths. Long time no see. He's residing over here at the moment with his mother. Great to catch up. We had a nice meal. I had a terrific steak, it has to be said. Very, very good quality. And then I had a beer with him in a nice bar before he headed off, so I adventured. Well, in for a penny, in for a pound, as the saying goes. And there's like an entertainment here that goes on. It's all harmless fun unless you want it to go further. It's karaoke. You hire a separate room. A young lady comes in and sings with you. Now, I do hope nobody has filmed last night's abomination. I've seen songs I've never even heard of. Anyway, all good jolly fun. Home I went. Not had a great long night's sleep again, but... Anyway, I'm going to do a bit of sightseeing with Gary today. Have a look around the local area. Do a little bit of shopping. Nice bit of relaxing, something to eat and drink, and then go to the match. Sunday morning, around 7:15 AM here, Buriram Airport. Not the biggest place, it's up there really, with Blackpool as the smallest one I've ever flown from. I head back as half time approaches on this epic trip. I head back down to Bangkok. Going to Shez at Walker. Looking forward to see my old mate and farm. Filling with the details so far. Well, yesterday, brilliant day out. Lovely to meet my old mate Gus Griffiths again. What a great tour guide he was. And there was certainly more to Buriram than meets the eye. Certainly more than just a little entertainment complex. Then we went to, it took me to the volcano and out to where the international racing circuit is, and the football stadium. Around where the old moat has been renovated. Plenty of bars, nice people to meet. It was good, really good. And then we went and had a fantastic meal, very good. And then went to watch the match, which was a bit of a strange one. Very low crowd, circumstances. That'll be it. It's a bit early in the morning. Not great weather, poor opposition. World Cup on the telly. 8 o'clock on a Saturday night kick-off, not all conducive to pulling in the gates. But they still made a real racket, and very surprisingly, China, the Hornbills, went away with a 1-0 win. The first game they've lost at home all season, Buriram. That must be my lucky charm. Really good end-to-end match, thoroughly enjoyable. 60 baht admission, special half-price offer last night. I think they feared the worst. And then, because it rained, they put us down the side under the roof. Even better. And then an early night last night. Went for another beer. Fantastic area, lively market. Lots and lots of bars, frequented purely by Thais. Lots of eating establishments, live band and big screens. What more can you ask for? Buriram has been fantastic. As are all of Isan this week, Lower Isan. Enjoyed all of it. The highlight, which hasn't been covered on here, and this is I was outside the off-licence, not in the best of conditions, to be fair, in the early hours of Thursday morning in Serene, having a big bottle of beer and chatting to the young ladies outside. And one of the workers asked me to pose with a large bottle of whiskey. I said, why? What's the problem? She said, we work here, good for advertising. And I can't quite work out whether it was the thrill of seeing Farang's drink that special brand, or it was advice to youngsters on the peril of alcohol. I'll leave you guys to decide. So as I say, it's Sunday morning, flight due in, very early, because taxis aren't readily available, so it's a pre-book. Better safe than sorry. So I'm just waiting around now. Have a bite to eat in a minute, and then we'll fly down to Bangkok for a fun-filled day, 2 football matches. Evening all, we're at the Leo Stadium, second of my 2 matches. Found the house alright this time in Minbury, which gave a bit of a chuckle. The bite to eat and a nap. And then Steve, myself, and this gentleman here. Hello, Sean.
Hello there.
You alright, mate?
I'm doing fine, how are you?
Yeah, all good, mate, all good. The three of us went to Third Division South game, quite near Minbury. Well, in Minbury really, or on Long Plough. We watched Cassim Bundit lose 1-0 at home to Trang. There'd be about 200 fans there, but it was a decent enough game. Here at Leo Stadium, we're back into the top division, Division 1. And at half time, as I zoom in, there we go, tail of the tape, 0-0. Watching Bangkok Glass take on Navy, who are based down in Rayong, south of Pattaya, for those of you who know the country. So everything's gone well, yeah, a bit of a scramble to get a taxi. We had an hour to get here after the previous game. Eventually commandeered a taxi driver. Sean's been here for a match before, so that was handy. We nearly took a wrong turning, but we made it. Got here just as the national anthem was piping up, so we're done well. So this is a decent game, a bit of a relegation battle. 0-0 at half time, as I say, could go either way. Sean's hoping for a Navy win, he's a Terror fan and they need the points. So the customary here, they have a little huddle, start, finish, after a goal and the lot. But it is hot in fairness. My refreshments down here, 80 baht beer, 5 baht water, very good. So I'm going to watch this. I don't know what Sean's up to, but I'm going to go and watch Germany, Mexico and have a nibble at my favourite bar. So tomorrow, another game of football and a bit more travel, you'd be surprised to hear. But it's been a cracking day out, good company, new places, fantastic. Afternoon all, and it was bound to happen. The adventure has caught a crab, so to speak. I've had an interesting day. I did use all public transport, got lost several times, including with the last taxi. See, the roads have all changed since the SkyTrain, new flyovers and everything. I basically got as lost, and here I am, Rangsit University Stadium, and waiting for the game against Port B in the 4th Division. Oh, there's a bit of an issue. See if I can zoom in enough. I don't know if you'll get it. It appears they played yesterday and Rangsit won 3-1. There I am. Yeah, wasted a bit of a day. But I'm not to be outdone. I'm going to see if I can salvage the situation. I believe there's a game on up the road. I might not get it all in, well I won't, after this latest fiasco. Oh, I do feel silly, but there we go. All the fun of the fair. They say that the Lord loves a trier, and I wasn't going to be beat. Oh, no. Yes, I did get a taxi to Thammasat. Unfortunately, I got a taxi there 100 minutes before the match. So I'm going to see the first half before I have to depart from my plane. 50 baht admission, 4th Division football, better than nothing. At least I wasn't beaten totally. I looked on the Thai League website as my phone recharged to find out the game I went to was played 48 hours ago. They only changed the website obviously on the day of the match, but you know, everything's alright, I've planned it all, no need to worry. So, a big day sport starts. I'm going to, like I say, I'll watch the first half of this, head up to Udon Thani. Now I'm heading back to Don Muang, and it's, you know, no doubt we'll be listening to a bit of music up in Udon Thani. Bit of a music thing with Don Muang Airport, a bit like John Lennon Airport in Liverpool. The airport here, Don Muang, named after, of course, the famous singer-songwriter with his lady partner, Sa, sang the winning entry in the Southeast Asian Song Contest in 1968 in Manila. titled that catchy little number, My Poorly Buffalo. He went on to claim great hits afterwards, so they've named the airport after him. So, you know, they like the culture here as well. As I say, plenty of sport ahead. When I get to Udentani, I'll be decamping. The 3 S's out then, and it's time for England tonight. 1 AM here. So good luck, boys. I'm hoping for a win, as I am down at the Rose Bowl. Yorkshire are currently in action in the semi-final against Hampshire. So by 3 AM in the morning, I'll either be drinking champagne or I could be in Udentani prison. Sawadika and welcome to Konkan. It's Wednesday evening. I've just watched the first World Cup. Decent enough match that between Morocco and Portugal. Ronaldo have a word with himself, some of that. Deary me. Anyway, as you can see, there's 2 miles along this little strip. A big shopping mall there. That hotel up there, that's the Pullman. That's the most exclusive hotel in Konkan. That's not where I'm staying. Although to be fair, mine just round the clock. Very, very good. Very good for £21 a night. Now just past the hotel along there, there's another long road full of more Thai orientated bars. Every one of them's got the football on, all selling food and beer. Fantastic place. I've just been to somewhere called 24 Taps, a craft beer place. Now not very cheap, but very good. Put the football on the big telly for me. Lovely beer, nice background music and attentive staff. That's all you can ask for. So, Udentani last night, yes. Bit of a strange night, bit of a unexpected, a bit of a drunken night in the end, surprisingly enough, but not too much because I had a journey today. I came down here by bus, which cost me 50 baht, I believe, which is like £2. Bit of a shock because we didn't go to the bus station I was expecting. I thought we'd overshot the town, the city rather. Anyway, in the end the bus terminal was in the south, on the outskirts, which was a bit of a bonus for me, being the football nerd I am, because the stadium's between the bus terminal and my hotel, and I had a good walk. I'm getting my steps in, I'm doing lots of exercise, lots of relaxing, having proper rubs. It's all been good. I'm actually feeling really, really good. I thought I'd be struggling by now. And as the song by Crowded House goes, everywhere you go you take the weather with you. Well, heavy storms are following me at the moment. I went for a walk after a siesta, and my intention was to go around the night bazaar and try and pick up some souvenirs, and it absolutely battered down for the second night running. So I took refuge, had a bite to eat, and then walked round to 24 Bar. So yeah, I'm going to watch the second game in an hour or so. Just over there in the basement of the hotel is a place called Kronen Brauhaus. I've been reliably informed that they do German beers, including a dark one. So it'd be very rude while in the city not to oblige. I'm only here one day. I'm not sure what time I'll be heading south tomorrow. It's a 3-hour journey to my last new city of the tour, Nakhon Ratchasima. So we'll see how it all goes. Evening, late night report from Ken. This is the very much Thai area. And over the road, I know the lighting's not great, that's a typical Thai bar. Loads of people sat there drinking, listening to the live band, football in the background, eating food. There's all these places along here, all getting lively now. It looks like the 99 bar's getting busy, so I'll have to give that a look just out of curiosity. But I can't stress it enough, get out there and have a look, because it's not all about tourist resorts. It's strange, people, I've been in there over the road, and I must admit I am mouthing it now. A little drunk, but hey, I'm giant yet. Well, the thing is, I try to evaluate it. It's a bit like a 52-year-old Thai bloke going into an area full of only English and youngsters all in a live band to see what reception he can get. I know it's slightly different because Westerners are welcome over here and want the money and all that. But this is great. This is proper Thailand. Can't recommend it enough. You've got to come with an open mind. Don't expect to come and have pie and chips and John Smith smooth. It's not happening. Come with an open mind, mix with the locals, you'll have the time of your life. They're brilliant. Seriously brilliant. Yeah, alright, some are just after your money, and that happens the world over. But get mixing in with the locals. They are the best. Anyway, enough of the preaching. Try the 99 or wherever everyone's going. Good evening. I'm in Nakhon. This is the largest city in Isan, the area I've covered. Massive province, probably about the size of England and Wales. And it's been a fantastic tour. This is my final destination before I head back to the capital after football tomorrow night. And so far so good. I mean, look at that. This is part of the old moat. A bit like Chiang Mai, if you like, but not quite as big a centre in the middle of it. The moat goes most of the way around the city. It used to protect the city from invaders. And there's, as you can see from some of the photos on my page, it looks a very pretty place. I'll get to see a little bit more tomorrow. Because the football down here is not till 8 o'clock tomorrow night, so I've booked the room for 2 days, only 20 quid. Throw the boat out, eh? Push the boat out. Yeah, I went to see about train times from Khon Kaen down here, only to find the railway station seems to have disappeared. It's probably under all that building mass, but they're building a special sky train at Khon Kaen. The whole area is gradually, you know, getting a bit of investment. The thing that doesn't need any investing in is the people. I can't retrace it enough. Wonderful people, just smile, everyone says hello. It's a different world. I'm really enjoying that part of it. It'll be strange to go back to London and smiling and saying hello to somebody on the tube, and then, you know what I mean? Should get me a carriage to myself if I do that, if nothing else. So I'm going to go on an adventure in time, unaccustomed as I am on a World Cup night. I'm going to go and find some bars and watch the footy. Like to wait, see if there's any night bazaars for souvenirs. Friday morning, and all of a sudden it's the final day, full day of my tour. Where on earth's it gone? Well, lots and lots of fun. Here I am in the centre of Korat, or Nakhon, to give it its full title, and the area around here forms the old moat area. This is the gateway to Isan, and it was formerly the border with Laos and Cambodia. Now that lady up there, I forget a proper Howloy or Howlot, I think. Sorry for my bad research. That was the lady who led the crusades to keep the invaders out. Yeah, as they say, don't mess with the Nissan granny. It's just been fantastic. As you see, it's another stunning day. A bit of souvenir shopping coming up. I'm going to take life into my own hands here. It's part of the gate that form the city walls. A lot of the walls have disappeared, as in like Chiang Mai. But here we go. A bit of a risk here, because the saying goes, if you walk through this gate, you'll return and you'll end up marrying a girl from Isan. So ladies, you're all very lucky ladies out there. Line up. Worst comes to worst, I'll come back for some football. Yeah, I had a good night last night. Went into 1 or 2 nice bars, watched some good football. Well done Australia at football. Well done again at the cricket. Never mind. Yeah, and I met a guy from Finland in the last bar, and he was asking me advice about this, and he's going down to work voluntarily washing elephants in the washing area, believe it or not. voluntary work for wildlife, so good on him. But he was asking me about Isan. The last thing I saw was him charging up the road looking for the bus station to get to Udantani. I'm not sure what I said there. So yeah, last full day. Blimey, Isan has been immense. I'll be meeting up with Sean Newby later tonight. We're going to the match together, and then I'll get a ride back down to Bangkok, from where I fly home tomorrow. So like I say, I'll do a bit of shopping, bite to eat, general look around the place, and chill out on my very last day. Welcome to Nakhon Ratchasima once again. The game's just finished, 0-0 between Nakhon Ratchasima, the SWAT Cats, and Police Terror. I'm in the Police Terror end as the fans are singing their anthem now to their heroes. Really decent game for 0-0. Both sides played their part. Most of the fans dispersed now in this marvellous stadium, very similar to Chiang Mai. Great to see both sets of both teams paying homage to the opposing fans. It's great. Here we go, the Terror I am sailing dirge. No offence, it is a dirge. Players look absolutely chuffed to bits, dripping in sweat, standing to attention. And thanks to Sean as well. Very embarrassing at half time. The teams always have a presentation between the two sets of fans on the side of the pitch, and I was dragged out as a token Farang Westerner. So yeah, I'm hoping it wasn't on live TV, but it's a pleasure to and an honour to oblige, but very embarrassing. A lot harder than standing in front of 500 people and speaking, I'll be honest. But yeah, fantastic. And now I'm going to get a ride home in a van, one of the supporters' vans back to Bangkok. Isan has been absolutely immense. Thank you everybody in this part of the world for making my dreams come true. It's been incredible. I can't recommend it enough. Okay, we'll have a parting shot tomorrow, I'm sure, before the flight. But yeah, thanks again, Isan, and all the beautiful players. Well played both teams tonight. A very good 0-0.
Only a few hours left before you go home. End of your trip. How are you feeling?
Well, to be honest, I'm feeling happy that I fulfilled everything I wanted to, but sat in another way. You know, it's been absolutely immense. People have been brilliant. It's lived up to everything I dreamed of. You're always a little bit worried when you set out on these trips, but it's gone really well.
Your travels with Isan, the nicest place you visited?
Oh, they were all absolutely brilliant. Probably from a tourism point of view, I'd probably say Nakhon Ratchasima's up there, Buriram's pretty good. But there's always something special about when you plan a trip with a lot of trepidation. The welcome I got in Sisaket, although it's not the most photogenic or tourism place, brilliant. I knew I'd made the right decision.
Anybody coming to Thailand, where would you recommend in Isan?
Well, pretty similar again. It depends what you want to do. If you're after the tourism things, then Nakhon Ratchasima, Korat is probably the number one. If you're after a good time as a group of lads, I recommend Udantani, Khon Kaen, Surin, all very good.
You've used a lot of public transport. How would you recommend other people doing it?
Well, it's all out there online. It just takes a little bit of effort. I mean, there were days where the Thai State Railways were synonymous with bad service. But to be honest, they've been absolutely tight. They've been great. And the bus services as well. Absolutely brilliant. And they cost pennies compared to our transport system back home. It's the way to do it.
So, to fellow travellers, let's say, there's a lot more here than Pattaya or Sankarboy or Solanana. A lot more to see out there.
Well, it's horses for courses, mate. I mean, obviously, it depends what kind of holiday you want. If you're in your comfort zone, those places are still brilliant. They always will be. But there is definitely a lot more in the other places, especially if you show a bit of adventure and go with an open mind. The people are just second to none. Incredible.
Did you enjoy the football matches?
I was very lucky. I saw 6 games and I never saw a home win. So they were all a bit against the grain, but the standard of football was better than I anticipated. Yeah, enjoyed every one. Even the one I missed.
The stadiums, what do you think of the stadiums?
Well, I've always wanted to go to Bangkok Glass, Buriram and Nakhon Ratchasima, so I knew they were decent anyway, lived up to all expectations. Everyone was fine, yeah, great.
So, you're going home tonight, you're flying home, where next?
Oh, who knows, I'll have to wait. The football fixtures obviously play a big part. Look, I don't always go to the major tourist destinations, but when I see football out there and cities I've never explored and the cheap flights and decent hotels and a mixture, a combination of nightlife, that's where I'll go. Somewhere new would be better, but if I have to go to some places again, so be it.
Right. Thank you, Mr. Bernard, and enjoy your flight home.
No, thank you for your hospitality. Can I just say in closing, a massive thank you to everybody who made the trip complete. The people of Isan, the people who put the stuff on the websites. Without them, we won't get that information. Sean Newby, Tracy Newby for sorting my lifts out. Dale down at Chonburi, I'm not sure if he'll see this. Just everybody who's helped in a way. There's people out there who'll help you. Don't feel alone. Ask the questions and you can do this. Anybody can do this trip. And I tell you what, you take the plunge, you'll have the time of your life.
Thank you.
Yeah, what do you reckon? Can you see how I get hooked on it? I mean, don't get me wrong, I didn't think I'd end up living in the countryside, 20 miles south of Sisaket, and be married. But we visit all the cities in the video regularly, plus many more. It's just a great place. Everyone's so brilliant. I've done the top and tail for this video, going down to the village to buy some water, and everybody stops to say hello and waves, smiles on the faces. It's a different world. It's brilliant. It's done me the power of good as a person, physically and mentally. So yeah, and there is, by the way, worse ideas. The World Cup next year, a lot of you might not be able to afford to go or get tickets. Come out here, do what I did last time, well, in 2018. Have a tour of Thailand, watch the football in different cities. There might even be some local stuff on as well. So I hope you've enjoyed it. As ever, leave some questions or comments. I'll answer them as best I can. Please subscribe to the channel and tell your friends. And in the meantime, make the most out of every day, folks. We're out here forever. Have fun wherever you are and stay safe. Ta-ra for now.